Hey video friend, Liz here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna work a little bit more with a concept that we started a couple weeks ago, where I was talking about just changing your look by changing your shoes. And today we're gonna amp that up just a little bit and change both your shoes and your bag. And I wanted to just sort of demonstrate some of the ways that this really can completely change the feeling, the vibe, the mood, the level of refinement of your outfit. Right? We talked about that in a really minimal way last time, and a little bit about thinking in threes. Today, we're not really going to address that thinking in threes. If it's something you want to hear more about, let me know in the comments below, and then maybe we can do some more of that in another video. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to start today with one of the looks that we're going to start with the last look that we did in the last video, and I will post that last video below. I'll link it down below for you. But yeah, so the last look we had, it's the double denim, right? They were all neutral last time because all of the looks were the double denim plus with the brown bag and then neutral shoes. Today we're going to add bags to the mix, like I mentioned, and we're going to add a little bit of color to the mix as well. So with this last look, you can see we got the double denim, right? We could even call this double denim styled 6 ways, right? So we start with the double denim. We've got the sandals, and those are little cropped jeans, so you get to see the sandal, the cute little ankle, flash of ankle there. And then the slightly dressier chain handle on the bag, right? Or the short, and it's a small, I don't want to say it's a small bag, but it's a kind of a medium-sized bag, but it's not very fussy. It doesn't have a lot of, and it's definitely not a crossbody, more relaxed kind of a look. So this is, I don't want to say it's dressy, but so let's move on to the next look. So in this one, all I did was change up the bag. And so what we've done here is we've swapped that brown bag for a clutch, which we've just upped that level of refinement, and we've added a pop of color. So this bag is, it's a little hard to tell in this picture, but it is a, it's got kind of a snake print. It's sort of in muted turquoises with a little bit of metallic. So it definitely ups the refinement level, even though it's still just the double denim look. Changing that bag and with that more, or I shouldn't say more, but with that more refined shoe, narrow straps, the heel's chunky, but we've got those narrow straps that make it look dressier than like a wide strap sandal is going to look more casual or relaxed. It doesn't have, and it has a thin sole as well. So that also adds to the dressiness level of it, that level of refinement. All right, so now we're going to go more casual. So here we changed again the shoes and the bag, went for the big straw tote. That is kind of my classic summer look. It's just a French market tote. Got it on Amazon years and years ago. You can see if you zoom the picture, you can see that it's getting a little frayed around the bottom. I'm worried that at some point my things are going to fall through the bottom and then I'll replace it, right? But for now, it's still holding it together. And then you can see how this shoe is more casual. It has the rope sole. It has that kind of espadrille rope sole. It has a wider strap across the front with the knot, the suede. All of those things play in to make it a more casual sandal than the sandal from the previous slide, right? So even though we have a heel here, it's a more relaxed, more casual look. It's a more summery look. Now we're gonna go a level even more relaxed by switching that sandal to a sneaker. Same relaxed casual straw bag. This would be perfect for running off to the farmer's market. Heck, I could run to the farmer's market in the last one too. Ours isn't real big, so you're not putting on miles walking the farmer's market. But you know, maybe you have to park a long way away, or maybe the parking lot is, you know, full of gravel and you'd rather be wearing sneakers. So knock yourself out, right? Sneakers and the straw tote give us an even more casual look than we did with the sandal. Now we're going to go change this look completely by adding a colored bag and a colored shoe. And if you watched my video about bags that I think are kind of must-have bags, at least for me, might not be for you, but a colored bag, and I'll link both a blog post about it and the video below. I think a colored bag is really a must for everybody's wardrobe because it can really just completely, as you see, change the look of the most standard basics, right? We've just gone from the relaxed look of the sneakers, we put together, some days we have a more structured bag here, right? Also made of leather, but the color keeps it from being too serious, right? And then the suede shoes, also lots of fun. And the thing that happens when you, I don't want to say match, but when you coordinate your bag and your shoes, particularly if they're colorful, is it gives it sort of a more feminine kind of pulled together look. Not necessarily matching, but coordinating, and it creates that sort of more feminine look, which with something like double denim can really be an issue. Sometimes it can feel, especially if it's like, you know, you're wearing it with like a button front denim shirt or a button front chambray shirt, maybe using the, you know, a little bit of a heel and a colored shoe and bag that sort of match will help that feel less yang and more, a little bit more yin and feminine. So there we go, throw that in there too. And then the last look here is also a more polished look with leather shoes and a leather bag rather than the straw or the suede, but we've taken it up a notch. It's more of a city vibe. Hang on, where are we? There we go. So we've got a pair of black slingbacks and then a smaller black chain handle bag, right? And I can carry that over the shoulder, or a lot of times when I'm carrying that bag, I drape the chain around my wrist and I just carry it as a clutch, right? And so that gives it sort of more of it's that very neutral look because we've got the denim and the black. So there's a little bit of an edge, a little bit more of a city vibe than a heading to the farmer's market kind of a look. Like you can see the difference. No change to the outfit, right? No change at all to the outfit. It's just the denim top and the denim pants. Now, what would I wear for other accessories this was? Like, what would the jewelry be? Like, if I had decided that I would change the jewelry on here as well. But really, I could imagine every single one of these looks with just a giant pair of oversized hoops, right? And that would be fine. Giant pair of oversized hoops, that would work for everything from this more city vibe, polished, neutral look to the straw kind of going to the farmer's. Yeah, I could just wear a giant pair of silver hoops with any of these looks, right? Any of the looks at all. So do you have a colored bag? And if you do you have colored shoes that are similar? They don't have to be exact. I mean, these are suede and this is a pebbled leather. Not only are they're not even the same color pink if you put them right up to each other, but they share the same style DNA, the same color DNA, right? So yeah, so that creates my more feminine look, right? Do you have a colored bag? Is it something you do? Do you have a clutch? I think a clutch is a great thing to own just because it ups that level of refinement super quick if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, let me know. Do you play with bags and shoes? Personally, it is one of my favorite ways to change up a look because I can start with tennis shoes in the morning and end up in slingbacks by evening, right? I don't have to change my clothes. All I have to do is kind of swap out my shoes and maybe my bag, and I'm ready to take on a completely different challenge for my day. Maybe it's not a challenge, unless picking a restaurant is a challenge. So anyway, so yeah, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe and sound, sane and stylish, and thank you for spending a little time with me today because your time is precious. And any of you spend with me is a gift. Oh, and by the way, do you double denim? I know some people don't, but you could do this same thing with, you know, jeans and a white tee or jeans and a white shirt. If you're a jeans and white shirt kind of person, which it is really one of my favorite outfits, but if that, you can do the same swap out with your shoes and your bags to create those very, very different looks. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Love ya. See you again next week, and not sure where we're going with this next week. If you have any suggestions, things you want to hear me address, let me know in the comments below. Bye.